Hello everybody, Dominomial here, and welcome back to another episode of Super Mario Galaxy 2. Last episode we started the special world, and in this episode, we're gonna go back and do some of the stars that we missed in the previous worlds. And Yeah, and then we're also going to do some stars in the special world. I kind of want to end it off in the special world. And we missed one star in World 6. We missed a whole galaxy here in World 5, plus that comet. We missed a couple things in World 4, World 3. Yeah, so I think the best way to go about this is literally just to, I do kind of need to grind star bits, though. So I'm going to do this star in World 6 here first, because this one's really easy. And then I'm going to go back to, Bowling Bowl Galaxy or whatever. That's not even the name of it. Melty Monster Galaxy and do that bowling mission and grind like 1,000 star bits so that I can afford that Hungry Luma. Because that's kind of important. And I want to unlock that Hungry Luma a little bit sooner rather than later because there's an event there that takes place for a secondary star. And I don't want to do a padding mission. I don't want to recollect a star, rather. So this game, yeah. Just, collect 10,000 points. So one thing I actually forgot to mention about this game that I keep forgetting to mention because it's just such an obsolete fact that only really I would care about with speedrunners. Galaxy 2 of course runs on the same engine as Galaxy 1, but the difference, there are a few small differences in how the engine works because they patched a few things in between 1 and 2 to make the game break less. Or just a couple small things. And one of those small things that they patched out from Galaxy 1 is super swimming, or that's what I dub it. I don't know if that's what it's actually called. But basically, in Galaxy 1, you're able to rapidly shake the Wii Remote to make Mario spin underwater, and then gain a huge amount of momentum the moment you go back up to the surface. It preserves the momentum that you get from spinning, and it kind of actually breaks Mario's momentum a little bit, allowing you to go really fucking fast. So, that was in Galaxy 1, and I actually did show it off back in my LP of it. So if you're curious about what it looks like, go back and watch the Galaxy 1 LP. Or even better, watch a speedrun of Galaxy 1. Because I don't recommend going back and watching my old videos. So yeah, that is like one of two things they fixed in this game, and it's really annoying. Because I can't just rapidly shake the Wiimote to spin. You might have noticed that I did that out of habit when I jumped into the water before in the few, earlier episodes. That doesn't exist anymore, so yeah, the game just kind of locks Mario in kind of like, not a stun animation, but like a forced not being able to spin animation, or like state after spinning underwater. So you can spin underwater, but it's mostly meant to be used as like an offensive move. So yeah, that's one little thing that I figured I would talk about, the underwater physics in this game, because we're not going to be underwater for the rest of the game after this level. Yeah, no, we're not going to be underwater for the rest of this game. I have to think a little bit. Unless I show the, green stars, which I'm still not really sure if I want to do. I think if you make it to the end of the course, you just get a ton of coins. That's like, hey, you did it. Okay. Well, that star out of the way. Really easy. It's just to force 2 minutes of, not really doing anything. Okay, I'm not stepping on the mic cord. I'm always really worried about that whenever I'm recording these videos because of my setup, and also every time I record this LP specifically, the mic always fucks up a little bit because I step on it or it, like, interacts with, like, another cord or something like that. Wow, a ladder has arrived for Baby Luma! Thank you for the 50 star bits! Thank you for the 50 star bits, Rosalina. So yeah, I'm just gonna go back to Melting Monster Galaxy and grind 1,000 star bits because I need to do that, and it's the only good way to grind star bits in this whole game. Or the only one that I know how to, anyway. That is one complaint I have with this game. It really does force you to grind star bits, or to have multiple files so that you can borrow star bits from those other files and get those levels. Like... like, I have no idea how you're actually supposed to get all those star bits casually without having to grind. Because there are 2 more Hungry Lumas that I haven't fed yet. One in World 5, which is like, I think, 1,200. And then there's gonna be one in World Special, the Special World, that's like 2,000. And I think you need to grind like a total of like 5... Like, you need a total of like over 5,000 star bits during your whole 100% playthrough to be able to get all the Hungry Lumas. And it's just crazy. Yeah, because, like, yeah, you need a few hundred for, like... You need, like, about 2,000 for the first 3 worlds, then you need, like, about 1,000 for World 4, then, like, 1,300 for World 5. Yeah, so you need about, like, 6,000 star bits to actually complete the game. And that's just kind of ridiculous. I had a couple topics I wanted to talk about, but now that I'm actually recording, I kind of forgot them all. Oh! There is one thing. So... I guess this will be, I guess this will be a flashback for, those of you that have actually watched my Bug Fables LP. Or I think even in the first Galaxy LP I talked about this. But... so... I'm, joining back, for my friend's, Cyberpunk campaign, because he's starting a new Cyberpunk campaign. That's really... Wow, so interesting, Dominic, so interesting. Tell us more about Cyberpunk 2020. And I will, because I have nothing else to talk about while I'm grinding for star bits. And you came here, not... I didn't force you. Although, oh, fuck. So, yeah. I'm coming back to Cyberpunk 2020, and for those of you that watch my Bug Fables LP, you'll know that I kind of had, like, kind of a rough experience with that campaign. I don't think I really went into detail about the campaign, because at the time my friends were watching those videos, and I mean, I think they still sometimes watch these videos. And it also was just kind of awkward to talk about, and I didn't really want to talk about it in the current moment. So, yeah, like, I quit the first Cyberpunk campaign because I felt like my character was getting bullied from all my other friends. Like, that's basically it. And saying it out loud, it does feel kind of petty. But, like, it was also my first time ever in a serious campaign. And Cyberpunk 2020 is definitely not a newcomer-friendly setting. Or rule set, rather. So, I just kind of got thrown into this really harsh world where I didn't know what to do. Everything basically killed me instantly if I got, like, you know, shot in the head. It was realistic in that sense. But also, like, it wasn't even really, like, a setting where you can really, like, easily make, like, allies or, like, have party members. Like, what happened in the first Cyberpunk campaign was there was a huge party split. We all met up in the first session, all our characters, and then after, like, 3 sessions or 2 sessions, we were like, let's go our own ways. And then all of a sudden, we have a group of 5 players split down the middle in terms of ideologies, and they're basically fucking waging wars on each other eventually. It wasn't a fun campaign. Not for me anyway. Also, what the fuck happened there? How did Mario bounce so high? What? I don't know. So, yeah. Basically, like, I didn't really like that campaign because of quite a few things. One, my class was Netrunner back then. And if you guys haven't played Cyberpunk 2020, the tabletop RPG, basically, Netrunner is the most frustrating class to deal with in the entire fucking game. Because Netrunner forces you to, micromanage literally everything. Like, because, what goes on is, you're not a good combat class as a Netrunner. You hack into things and you deal with things electronically, digitally, and remotely. Cool, that sounds cool. How does netrunning work? You go to the internet, you have to bring in your own programs, or, like, you can create your own programs, or you can buy them, etc., etc. But basically, you have a certain amount of slots that you can equip for these programs, depending on, like, the computer that you have, how expensive it is, and each computer has its own, like, little quirks. So, like, that stuff is kind of cool for those that like micromanaging. But for somebody like me who's just learning how to do tabletop RPGs, I'm like, what the fuck is all this extra shit? Because it's really fucking complicated. Like, there's so many bells and whistles that it kind of ruins the experience. I'd rather just play a solo, basically the warrior equivalent in that world, and just fucking bash people's skulls in. That would be more fun than playing a Netrunner. And, like, even all the other classes, like, corporate sounds kind of cool, but because, like, you have to do, like, kind of more, like, espionage, like, diplomatic kind of, like, steal your secrets from your enemies, or, like, stay, like, ahead in terms of your opponents within the corporation. It's kind of cool like that. Like, it's like a competitive business angle. Rocker Boy is like, you get to influence the fans. And depending on how good of a rocker boy you are, you can get them to cause riots and do some really crazy shit. That's cool. Then there's also, like, Cop, which is like a hybrid between, like, Fixer and Solo. Like, path balanced, like, oh, fuck off, low charge battery. I don't know. Basically, my point is that all the classes in that game are pretty cool to mess with, except for Netrunner. Because, like, all of them have their own special abilities, And all of them are pretty fun to mess around with besides Netrunner. And Netrunner is fun for the right people that care about that kind of stuff, but it's not a good first-time class. Shut up, Blubba. Tubba Bubba? No, that's Paper Mario. Ooh, yeah, 1500. Fuck. Then I'm gonna need to grind another 2000 for the last one. Okay. So, yeah. I didn't really like the class I was playing as. I didn't really know how to get into my character yet, because that was my first role-playing experience, and I didn't really know how to roleplay. And I didn't know that it's okay to just interrupt the DM sometimes and say, like, oh yeah, my character's gonna do this or that. Because otherwise my character just kind of stood still and was acting like as like a natural target because I didn't interrupt the DM sometimes. That's my fault because I didn't know it was okay. I was too polite for my own good. And yeah. Yeah. But, so yeah, that campaign has been going on without me ever since I quit. And I think it's being finished up, like, in the next couple weeks. Like, the DM is finally putting an end to that one because it's been on hiatus. And people just want to start a new campaign. Create new characters and stuff. And so that's what I'm going to rejoin, because I finally figured out how to play role-playing, like, tabletop RPGs. How to be a good player. How to not be obnoxious, but also, like, how to play the game in general. Like, yeah. So I'm really excited to join back in because I almost picked Netrunner again. The DM almost said, like, oh, but if you do Netrunner, like, I'm going to, like, streamline it and make it more interesting. And I almost fell victim to that ploy, but I didn't. And so, I'm playing a solo. Oh, I thought that Plomp was gonna fucking crush me. You know what, that's okay. I can fucking fly faster now that I have some extra height. Now, don't miss the comment medal. Okay, good. I didn't miss the comment medal. That beach ball that guy shot blocked my vision for a split second, though, and I was scared I was gonna miss it. So, yeah, I guess I'll go over what my character is. I'm not playing the character that Max and I created during the Xenoblade LP. That campaign that he was planning on making never started for Cyberpunk, so, that character's just forgotten now completely. I mean, I guess I have it recorded, and I can reference it in the future if I want to make, like, a pyromaniac techie, but nah. So, I'm playing a solo, and, basically her whole gimmick is that she's a very big cheapskate. She won't buy anything luxurious, or she won't, like, pay money unless she knows that it'll save money in the future. Why? Well, it's just because she wants to save money, because she's really fucking poor. Because the whole gimmick with Second Campaign is that it's supposed to be, like, the average experience in Night City. Because in the first campaign, like, all the players were, like, able to put, like, 10 in their special stats and, like, have, like, infinite money, not have to worry about funding because they were, like, being sponsored by big corporations, etc., etc. And so they were just able to buy, like, the top tier shit in the game without having to work their way up to it from the smaller stuff. And this campaign is going to focus more on working jobs, getting money, making sure that you get out of those jobs unscathed so you don't have to pay medical bills, and ensuring that you get the most money out of, like, the job. Picking, like, higher paying jobs are more dangerous, but lower paying ones provide less money, but are safer. It's like, you get the whole point. It's like a risk-reward kind of thing. Also, that was really weird. Why did I go for the alt route? I don't need to worry about the comet metal doors. Gates, rather. Well, yeah, but he's gonna go this way, and this does make Blizzard fly faster. Okay, you know what? I just gotta commit to a direction at the start of that point. I don't know why I'm failing now. But yeah, like, okay, that's how Cyberpunk is gonna work in the second campaign. One other big deciding factor to make me join again is that there isn't gonna be an ideological party split this time. Yeah, sure, our party members will argue, the other players will probably argue, like, based on what to do, but we're all working towards the same goal of just surviving and making money. What the fuck? How did I perfectly align that? I hate motion controls. So, yeah, we're all gonna be forced to work together, and if a player can't make it, then we are going to have to do a mission without them. I don't know, like, what story reason is going to be provided, etc., but it's just so that the campaign won't be permanently stalled because a player can't make it or is busy for a couple weeks. So, yeah. So yeah, my character is a money-grubbing cheapskate who's a solo, and her personality, which I rolled with the random background generator, is silly, and it described it as fluff-headed. So basically like an airhead, I guess. And so I'm like, okay, if I'm playing an airhead, I'll put a low intelligence stat. I'll put my dump stat in intelligence, even though intelligence is the most important stat in Cyberpunk because it determines how many skill points you get at the beginning and it just makes you a better character no matter what class you're playing. But it's the self-imposed challenge. Low intelligence, whatever. And I put high numbers into body, which is constitution, and reflexes, and then I had pretty much average stats across the board. Some above average, some a little bit below average. Honestly, the lowest stat I have is my intelligence. My intelligence and maybe no, just intelligence. That's the low stat that I have. Because otherwise they're about average. So, yeah, I don't really have too much more to say about this character that I made. It's kind of, we haven't started the first session yet, so of course I don't really have anything to say about it, because, well, I haven't played her yet, and I kind of need to figure out how a character plays before I have any comments. It is going to be interesting, though, because one other little gimmick that my character has is because since she is trying to save money to the best of her ability, as a solo, she refuses to use any consumable weapons. Weapons that can only be used with, consumable ammo or, thus forth. Instead of using guns, which consume bullets, which cost money, and you're wasting them if you shoot too many of them, she uses a bow and arrow, because she can go and collect the bow, Because she can go and collect, the arrows after... Oh, fuck off! Fuck off! I led that shot. So the fun thing about this level, there's literally no checkpoint. It's the super hard Daredevil, mission of the game, besides the very final star. The bonus star, rather. Like, the extra hard level. So, yeah, this one is supposed to be hard. And you get to hear this music the whole time. I mean, I think you heard this music all the time in the original mission anyway, but yeah. There are some slight changes to this variant. Like the moving target, for example. Oh... Come on! I hate this. I'm playing really badly today. I don't know why. This just isn't my day. I wonder what time this video's at. I don't know. I'm gonna finish the star first before I check. Yeah. I'm really excited to play a second Cyberpunk campaign now. Because I feel like all of us in our friend group have gotten better at playing characters. And also, like, the DMs got better at knowing what players want. So it's not going to be a big clusterfuck like last time, despite how fun it was for everybody else. Oh, there is a checkpoint. Nice. Yeah, before I made the character that I'm currently gonna use, I made another solo character because it always takes me a while to figure out what character I want to play for a campaign, because it's really hard for me to get motivated to roleplay characters sometimes, because I like to roleplay characters that I can actually, like, relate to. Because how I roleplay characters, like, I don't know if it's the same for anybody else, but I usually roleplay characters that, like, I can, like, understand one way or another. Like, like, even if they're joke characters. Well, okay, maybe not necessarily joke characters, but even so, joke characters are still kind of like a facet of, like, what I am as... You get what I mean. It's kind of weird to say it out loud. So, like, yeah, like, my initial Cyberpunk character, Aiden, who was, like, a netrunner, like, that was just, like, the computer, like, technical side of me, the micromanaging side of me, like, oh, yeah, she's, smart with computers, and I know how to work my way around a keyboard. Yay. So, therefore... Oh, God. Can you stop, Bowser Jr.? You too, Wii Remote. What's this video at? 30 minutes. Yeah, but I usually like to play characters that I can relate to one way or another. Aiden was like the technical side of me that likes computers. Joanna is my more cynical, my more moody self. My pessimistic self. Jester, that character that I was describing in Crosscode, she's, I don't know, she's the more, hidden flamboyant side to my personality. I don't know what he is. I don't know. That was just a joke character that I really wanted to play, that I really had fun with. And yeah, sometimes you don't need a reason to play a joke character beyond, oh yeah, I just thought it would be fun. Yeah. But I have no idea how people can play characters that they aren't normally in real life. Because, like, when I play my characters, like, yeah, it is me acting, role-playing. But it's also, like, kinda half method acting. Because otherwise, when I'm acting, I'm just terrible. If I can't get in the mindset of my character, I can't play my character. I can't imagine what it's like to be that character. It's just, like, it's really hard if I don't have a good idea of what my character is. And I've definitely felt that in certain, like, tabletop RPGs. Or campaigns, rather. Okay, it's just half time, or double time, rather. It's double time. So, I just gotta take this a little bit more carefully. Yeah. I literally have a stall maneuver with spinning. It's not something I need to worry about. Nope. What? Mario didn't even spin when I tried to wiggle the Wii remote. Weird. This mission is kind of a beginner's trap. It's really hard for new people or newcomers to play. Rightfully so, because the timing is pretty precise, and you barely get a moment to jump on any of these platforms. Because even I'm having trouble with this mission, but then again, today's also just a bad day for me in terms of just playing this game. So, I think the blocks should stop now that I got the star, up on, yeah, now that I got the silver stars. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's also, like, part of the reason why, like, going back to before, like, I think that's also why I don't really see myself as a good actor. Because the times when I, like, have the best acting moments are when it's all completely improvised. When I'm either making a joke, or I'm playing a character that I love, or, like, when I'm role-playing, like, in tabletops. Like, I feel like I've gotten a lot better at acting, but not, like, on-stage acting, just, like, in-person acting. Like, just, like, improv skits, or, you know, tabletop. Like, you know, it's just one of those things. So, I don't know. I had a rough start to tabletop RPGs, but I really do like them. And I'm excited. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just kind of stalling out the rest of this video. I'm gonna end it after this one, because I have other topics I want to talk about, but sometimes it's hard to talk about certain things literally right at the start of a recording session. You need to get into the flow of it before you just, oh, hey, I want to talk about this. Fuck you, low battery. I'm also gonna change batteries in between episodes. Okay, stop it with the repeat dialogue, Bastard Jr., please. I guess one small thing I can talk about before ending this episode is I've noticed that, is Wiimote really gonna act wonky during this boss fight? I don't know why this happens. Like, is the sensor acting weird? It was acting literally just fine. I'm looking at the TV right now that I use. Whatever, I guess I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Okay, you know what? Now it's acting fine. Oh, I think I know why it's acting a bit weird. So, I'm not going to go into detail about it. It's kind of boring anyway. Anyway, back to before. I noticed that this series has been getting a lot of views for some reason. I have no idea why this series is more popular than It Takes Two. Like, honestly, that almost feels like a crime. Because It Takes Two is a really good LP, even though it's going to go on hiatus for probably a long time until EA fixes their servers or we're able to meet up, like, locally somehow. Which is probably never going to happen, if I'm going to be honest. So, you're, like, if you're wondering where that LP is, you're not going to see it for a while. Because, EA has stupid servers that don't work. Thank you, EA. Okay. Hit Bowser Jr. once. And... okay. Second bullet bill. Hit. So yeah, with like how many views I've been getting on this series, for some reason episode 9 is the one that has almost 400 views as of recording this. I got like 4 subscribers in the past month, and this is like the best my channel has ever been. Like, ever. And I have no idea why. I literally have no idea why. Like, I want to say, maybe I've just gotten better, but I know that's not the case. That's not how YouTube works. So, probably the most obvious conclusion I can come up with is that it's just because I'm playing Mario Galaxy 2. This game is always going to be somewhat popular, even among, like, lower view counts with YouTubers. But, like, hey, maybe it's also because I'm uploading consistently, somewhat, kind of. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. But hey, if you're watching this series and you're enjoying it, just me babbling on about random shit, thanks. I actually really do appreciate it. I'm not gonna do a 250 special like I joked about with Matilda and It Takes Two, but, maybe when I reach 50 subscribers, or 100, like, I'll probably do, like, some kind of subscriber special. I don't know. Like, I kind of want to branch out and do some other stuff, too, but that's something I always say I want to do, so... I just wanted to say thank you to all of you that subscribed during this LP. Thank you. Thank you. In the next episode of Super Mario Galaxy 2, we will ruin the palindrome of 111. See you then. Bye-bye.